Good afternoon, Leo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is to go on and get you guys started with your singles reading, and this reading is valid until the end of next month. Okay? And so, with this reading, I primarily like to focus on three specific areas here. The first area that I would like to be address with you guys is an old pattern or belief system that many of you seem to be clinging to, and perhaps the reason why you have yet to really find that loving relationship that you're seeking. The next issue is something within you that perhaps many of you have taken for granted, or perhaps the energy contained within has been somehow diminished or overlooked. And I'm going to urge you to express this energy a bit more openly. And last but not least, we're going to just um, consider, or I'm going to give you a few actions that you might consider to move you in the direction that many of you are, in fact, seeking. Okay? So I'm going to go on and shuffle up this deck right here. Okay? And ask Spirit. And again, this reading is for singles only. Okay? Rest assured, Leos, that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you out there. And if you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscription here. So just ex- uh, accept whatever that resonates and just let the rest go. Okay? So, Spirit, what messages do you have for Leos during this time period in question here? Okay? Just going to start off by just looking at the cards at the bottom here first. Okay? You have sexual freedom. All right? As well as, Leos, you have the silver waterfall. All right? So, with having that sexual freedom there, showing there in the bottom, it certainly shows that some of you tend to, it looks like, measure yourself by having numerous sexual partners in here. So this card is kind of indicating that you might want to consider getting more in tune with your value system, okay? So how do you actually perceive your own sexuality, Leo? You know? And it's also giving some indication that you might be what might, has might have caused the problems in the past too. I'm getting here is that maybe some of you had sex a bit too soon without really getting to know the person. Okay? And then you have next here the silver waterfall there. So what that card is kind of is suggesting here is that it's all about being balanced, you know? It's suggesting that when negativity comes around you, it's asking you to raise your vibrations a bit more. Okay? That's what that really is trying to say to you. And then that way it will protect you from, lower type energies. All right? So let's move right along and get right into your reading, into more specifics here. First, as I said from the onset, we're gonna address an old pattern or a value system that you guys are kind of clinging to, so much so that it's blocking you in some way here. Okay? So you have commitment. All right? So with having commitment there, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that a lot of you need to really focus more so on yourself, as well as, making some effort. I'm kind of getting to, really recommit to your own happiness before you even consider beginning a new relationship. I'm getting here. All right? Because it seems that a lot of you act as if you kind of maters in some sense, and at least like you're always trying to save the world. That's what I'm getting with that card. It looks like the energy here is kind of telling you to stop trying to kind of save or change people, because you can't. This energy is telling you that once you really make some effort to really recommitting to yourself, knowing your worth, you're going to certainly be able to manifest this true love that you're seeking, that I'm getting here. Okay? Let's look at something within you, or an energy within you that seems to have been diminished in some way here. Okay? Or an energy that you've in fact overlooked that you might want to consider injecting within your current situation here. We have the sacred woman, okay? So understand that this woman, she definitely don't take no shit, okay? So this is the energy that needs to come into you. It seems like maybe you guys used to be like that at one point and you just lost it. It's just, kind of been, lying a bit dormant here, okay? This woman certainly can't be claimed as property, ladies and gentlemen. She can see through the bullshit here, all right? So, again, with what I've indicated from the onset, you need to really value yourself a bit more and really know your worth if you really want others to respect you, all right? So, this card is telling you that it's time that you, in fact, surrender self sabotaging behavior here, okay? Or just doing things that you know that goes against your way of being, is just contrary to your nature, but you're just doing it just to be doing it. All right. So now let's look at a few actions that you might consider taking to kind of get you on a path that you are all striving to get on here. We have the gardener. All right. So with the gardener, this is all about nurturing the feminine here. You know, the, the feminine energies that lie within you. So it's almost just like it's asking you, what aspect of your life need a bit more attention? You know, like this man here, he's planning. Okay, he sees that his land here needs a bit more planning, digging, and you have to have the willingness, I'm getting here, to put in the necessary effort to get what you want, because once you put in that effort, you see all of these, the harvesting, you will reap your harvest, I'm getting here. Okay. And then you have another powerful card here, you have as well spiritual maturity here. So this certainly shows that you guys are certainly able to weigh the pros and cons in any given situation here, I'm feeling. Okay. So this card is asking you to really start having more open discussions with the people with whom you are trying to move forward in a relationship. Okay. It's all about coming into your own spiritual truth, despite what you may have learned potentially as a child, that I'm getting here. Okay. So let's move right along, and I'm going to get out another deck here to just give you some additional actions that I feel that many of you can take in order to manifest the love that you're seeking. All right. So I'm going to take out this other deck here, and I'm going to shuffle up and get some additional messages for you, Leo. So, Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Leo this time? Okay. And again, this reading is valid until the end of next month. What messages do you have for Leo? Okay. Go wow. Okay. It's time for, again, when you're seeing this lion here, it's all about having the courage, trusting that you can definitely manifest whatever you're seeking here. Okay? Know that you're about to shine here. I do certainly feel, just tuning in with these cards, even though this reading does not necessarily predict it, I certainly do see that a new person is on the horizon for many of you. Okay? But before making a decision about this new person, you might want to consider thinking it through and again, you know, eliminate self sabotaging behaviors here. All right? I think it's time for many of you, you might want to consider detoxifying yourself. And detoxifying yourself, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't necessarily just only mean if you're on drugs or you're drinking too heavily, although that is a big aspect of this card, okay? So, there may be other things that you might need to do in terms of changing your routine, changing how you deal with people, how you react to certain events here. Nevertheless, it's time to detoxify. Okay? Let's get a few more messages with these cards. Again, just how I can't stress this any further. You need to make time for self love. Okay? Your needs recommit to yourself, Leo. And last but not least, with these cards, okay? Always there's a time to just sit back and meditate. Just go deeper, you know? Have a more introspective look into your situation before making a decision, particularly with new people. All right? So let's go on and get out another deck here. And I just want to just share a few additional messages, okay, with these cards to just help you transform your life, ladies and gentlemen, just by simply surrendering or just letting go. So, Spirit, what additional messages that you have for me to share with Leos here? Okay, let's look. All right, what other messages, Spirit? What other things should Leo consider surrendering or letting go? Okay, it's time that you surrender fear. Okay, let go of the fearful stories that many of you tend to continuously tell yourself. Stay in the moment, okay? Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Surrender to inner peace. Try to cultivate inner peace on a daily basis because in quiet, meditative moments, you can certainly receive answers. And as you focus, ladies and gentlemen, on the stillness within, you'll begin to enjoy hearing spirit and you'll feel great solace. Okay? And others certainly will feel your good vibes too. And your life is going to certainly flow a bit more easily. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are certainly ready to let love in. All right? Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that really stop you from opening your heart. And last but not least, with these cards, it's time that you surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite passion and simply let it flow. Okay? I'm going to go on and also give you a few more messages here to kind of help you attract a more loving relationship, something that you might want to consider as you move forward. I'm going to go on and select 3 of these messages out of here to share with you. Something that you might want to consider thinking about here. So, Spirit, what additional messages you like me to have share with Leo in attracting a soulmate, loving type relationship? Okay, I'm selecting 3 cards here. All right. So let's see what's your first message. Leo, a loving thought triggers a loving response. Your love is felt and appreciated, and an angel surrounds you. A sacred union is born, the union of twin souls within a threefold flame. Just as I thought, a new love is certainly coming your way. Yet, in order for this to manifest, you must first release the past. Are you ready? All it takes is a conscious desire to do so. And life is constantly changing, yet at its core, it remains the same. Love does not change, it only grows stronger. Change is simply love unfolding its never ending story. Okay? So, in conclusion today, Leos, I just like to leave you with a message meant simply for you. Okay? I'm going to share this message with you from a postcard that I have here, and I'm going to go on and get this postcard for you. now. Here we go. All right, and I'm going to read it as it is written. Dear you, you are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in this present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of negative energy, resentments, be gone. Forgiveness and love, enter, please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. Okay? So, Leos, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered you valuable information. Okay, while this reading is not necessarily predictive. Okay, we did give you a few things letting you know that love is coming on in. Okay, so be sure to like and share this video. All right, if you've yet to subscribe, be sure to subscribe. All right, I look forward to hearing your comments. And if you like a more personal reading, then definitely contact me at will.brown@watconsultantinc.net. Enjoy your day. Thanks.